Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here today with Rach because she has an amazing really background in the beauty industry. She has been in the beauty industry now for over 22 years and has done anything from working from the ship on the ships to setting up her own salons to helping other businesses grow and so on. So, Rach, can you just share with us a little bit more about your background, where you're from, and your background in the beauty industry, please?
Yeah, cool. I'm 41 years old. I'm from the UK originally. My upline is Leanne White, so she introduced me to the business. And I started doing beauty therapy when I was about 19, 20. Worked in a salon and then decided to go on the cruise ship. So worked on the cruise ships, traveled the world, did that for about 4 years. And then worked my way up, and then I was managing the ships the spa on the ships for about 2 years. Came back home, and my mum conveniently looked up lots of buildings for me, and before I knew it, I'd had my own business back in the UK, so she wanted me to go home and stay. And so I had my own business for about 7 years, so that was amazing to do. And I also used to teach beauty therapy in a college as well, so the teaching side of things is something that I've really enjoyed doing. Met my husband, got married, and then we moved to New Zealand. So I've been in New Zealand now for 10 years. And when I moved over here, I worked in a chain of salons. There was about 5 when I first started, and then we built that up to 10 over that time. And I was in charge of the training, the budgets, just basically all the people side of things. So my passion was more the people and the training. Then my boss's passion was the kind of the numbers side of things. And then I got pregnant with my daughter. That was 5 years ago, and moved up to the Bay of Islands, far north. Worked in a couple of salons for a couple of years, just part time while I had them. I had my little boy, and then when I'd had him, I decided to set up my own business. So I just I've got my salon at home now, and I've been doing that for about 3 years now.
Amazing. And you've worked with lots of different brands in the past?
Yeah, I think I counted. I've trained in 16 different skincare ranges.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Yeah, I
Amazing.
know.
Okay, and
It's
how
not a
did you
great
come
matter.
across Nu Skin? How did you find out about this brand?
So my friend Leanne, who's now my upline, she introduced me to it. She was trying to talk me into it. I was, like I said, with another network marketing company at the time, and I was like, no, I'm happy with what I've got. Then I went back to the UK, and she kind of gave me a couple of products to try: the toothpaste, the lip gloss. I came back, and I also had a little look at a galvanic spa. And then when I came back, I kind of thought, there's actually a few things missing in my salon, and I loved galvanics, and it's something that New Zealand just doesn't really have. To go buy a galvanic machine, you're looking at 10 grand. And I was like, wow, I can get this machine and all the products, do 8 facials for like $700. I was like, this is amazing. I'd get my money back just from that one package. So I was like, cool. So I got that, got the toothpaste, got the foot cream, got a few clients to try a few products out for me because I like to get their feedback as well. And realized it was just something that I needed to have in my salon. So I slowly switched over from the skincare range I was in, moved over to Nu Skin, and I didn't really know much about the compensation plan at that point. But after being in it and seeing, I suppose, the money back and how it all works, I thought, wow, this is such an amazing business venture as well as a profitable business for a salon. Like whether you're team building or not, it's just a good way and lots of support, which is something you don't always get in salons from skincare ranges. So that was a real good point.
Amazing. So can you just share a little bit more about that? So say somebody who owns a salon or clinic and they're really not interested at all in building a team. They just want to take on the product range. What would you say is the difference here with our products and the support compared to other skincare ranges?
Yeah, so other skincare ranges are quite secretive for a start. Like the fact you can just go onto Google and type in, AP24 toothpaste pip, and everything comes up there, and it's all on the website. And you've also got little videos, 2-minute videos to show you how each product works. Is amazing because you can get all your staff to log on to that, and then they can do, their own training. And you can do training within your salon without having a rep to come out. So quite often when you do training, you have to send all your girls off for training, which is a day or two of, training at the salon. And then you also need the reps to keep coming in and training you. And if that rep's not an amazing trainer, then that means that your products are not going to be sold very well at the end of the day, and people are not, your therapists need to believe in what they're selling. And that's what I loved about Nu Skin, that I could log on at any time of the day. It doesn't matter that my upline's in the UK and I'm in New Zealand, that I could go online and just find all the information that I needed as and when I needed it. It wasn't a case of, normally it's a £3,000 or £4,000 worth of startup costs when you sign up to a product range, and you've got like a massive range of stuff you don't even want. So that's what I loved about it as well. I could literally just drip feed what I didn't have to start with, and so it's not, I suppose, high risk for a salon. They can try it and see how it fits in with with their salon and what they're about. Yeah.
Excellent, brilliant. And so you've been what are some of your favorite products within our range?
Galvanic Spa definitely is probably up there. I really love the 180 range, probably because a lot of my customers and my clients are probably about my age range, and so I suppose you attract people that are similar to you. So that's the kind of people that I've got coming to my business. But I actually love them internally and externally. So I had a client with acne, put her on Y-Span, and their acne's cleared up. And we didn't go for the skincare; we went for more internal things. So I love the fact that some skincare and then go, okay. And so you can, like I said, I just get feedback every day, and that is enough for me to just go, wow, I'm just constantly getting positive feedback, which is what you want. It makes
great. And what about in terms of you obviously you've done quite well with selling some of our products to your clients. Can you share a little bit more? I mean, how do you do that? What's the process? Sometimes it's very difficult. There's many salons out there that are maybe great at providing a service, but they're not very good at kind of selling products. What are some of your? Why are you having so much success with it?
Yeah, my motto is pretty much if they understand, they'll buy, and that's the thing. You've got to take the time to explain to clients why your product is different and how it actually works. So at the beginning of a treatment, if I'm doing a galvanic spa, I'll even draw them a little diagram of the skin and explain how it's going to penetrate in. I've got like little magnets in my salon that explains how the the positive works. And that's something I got taught on the cruise ships. Every single client we had in, we had to draw a diagram, we had to explain the skin, and we had to explain what was happening. And then when your client's laying on your bed, they are literally visualizing what's happening to their skin, and they sell it to themselves while they're lying there because they know kind of what's happening. And I think that's probably one of the most important things, is to make sure that they understand what it's doing and how it's working, not necessarily all the ingredients and that kind of thing, but actually just what it's doing for them. And just why it's different. They don't know that you've got these different layers of skin. They don't know the products just sit on the top, So it's just really important to explain, I think, how it works and just the benefits of it. I think people do get a bit, I suppose, a bit taken over with the ingredients. They want to talk about this, but clients don't know that. Like if someone said to you, I don't know, go for, do you want this black dress? Okay, we've got two black dresses, one's £20, one's £300. They're always going to go, well, I'll go for the £20 one then, unless they've tried it on and felt it. Want the really good dress that fits you perfectly and is not see-through, or and that's the same thing I think with products and skincare. People need to understand how our cleanser works or how our products are different compared to one that they're using already, and just the science behind it, because other skincare ranges don't have. So it's there pretty much in black and white.
Okay, amazing. And what would you say to a salon? Sometimes salon owners go, well, I'm only going to work with a professional range. There's no way I'm going to touch something like this. Like, what's your answer to that?
Yeah, what I find is if you look at that salon before you go in, like they'll always have a Facebook page or a website or something, and have a look at what skincare range they're already using, and do a bit of research. And if it's a completely natural range, organic range, you might want to go in with just the Epoch range, do like a natural Epoch pedicure, and go in with that kind of thing first. And then like that's what happened to me. It's just a couple of products, and then I started looking into more, and going, actually, this is a really good profit margin for a start, but also the products are really nice to use. And so I think you've just got to work your way in and like never put down a product that they're using, because that automatically, I think, will get a salon's back up, because they've took a long time and they've invested thousands in that product. The last thing you want to do is go, well, that's rubbish, you need to use this, because they'll go, well, I'm not talking to you now. So you've got to, you've really got to just find an avenue in, and that's it. And go in and just do a demo if you can. Like if they're near you, if you go and do a demo of the Galvanic Spa, they could add that into their skincare range. They don't have to use all of the new skin to start with, but they probably will end up doing it. So just find your way in.
Brilliant, excellent. And we just recently more about what's your feeling about the product itself, and then also how have you had so much success with selling it, and why maybe salons would like to sell that product.
Yeah, I think first the thing I like about it is it's obviously so easy to use, and I think it sells itself. Like the way I've been doing it is every time a client comes into my salon, if they're having a pedicure, I get them to do it either on their face or on their hand while they're just sitting there. I just have it here for people to use. Every time I do a facial, I'm using it and I'm explaining to them how it works. And so I think they've just got to try it and then see the difference. Obviously, your live videos and stuff work really well as well to get it across, and things like your face wipes and your demos as to how it does clean the skin. But most of my clients, once they've tried it and they've compared their hands or they've compared, how their face feels, that's enough. And it is just what Nu Skin's about, like feel the difference, see the difference. It's explained to them, about the silicone and the silver that's in there, and it's not going to hold any bacteria, and it's all timed so you know how long you've got to do it for. People like that because they know that when they're doing it at home, they're going to be doing it right. And especially I've had lots of mums that have bought it sold it as like a family pack. And so they bought the one LumiSpa with the different heads and the cleansers for their kids. And they know that, their teenage daughters are not going to be like over exfoliating their skin or over cleansing it and causing more issues. And so, yeah, they feel good about it, and it's something they can kind of share as well. So, but yeah, the science behind it is amazing. Like, the brushes kind of took off for a little bit, but they do get, completely blocked up, and the bacteria is just disgusting in them. Whereas the LumiSpa it's just easy and it's waterproof, which they can just do it in the shower. So yeah, I feel like it sells quite easy, but you've just got to be consistent with showing people as they come in the salon. Just have it out so they can literally just say, "Oh, what's this?" And then you just go, "Oh, here, have a go," and just pass it to them. And no pressure, just have a go, compare your hands, and I just make it quite. I suppose quite lightweight and not too salesy. Just kind of go, "Oh, you should have a go. I love it," and then they want it because you're not pushing them. Brilliant. Yeah.
Brilliant. And another thing with the LumiSpa, do you feel that it's something that somebody who does, let's say, like facials a lot, should they use that as part of their, or is it just something that as part of their business?
Yeah, no, I use it in all my facials, and my clients love it. Like, I mean, the difference of puffiness around the eyes. So you get anybody in, like, when you do a facial, you're massaging the face, you're doing lymphatic drainage, you're trying to get rid of all this puffiness. At the same time, it's exfoliating, it's cleansing, and it's helping with your lymphatic drainage and stuff. So it's and it feels really nice. Like, the feedback I've got is, "Wow, what's that?" That feels it feels like I'm just having a massage all over my face, like a tingly massage. And they love the feel of it, and it actually kind of makes them go, "Oh, what is that she's using?" And then when they sit up at the end again, I'll show it to them. But yeah, it's just a different experience. I mean, you could even use it in manicures. Do a manicure on somebody and do it on the back of their hands, and say, "I'm just going to do your quick anti-aging treatment on your hands." It'll take you 2 minutes. Cost you probably, I don't know, $1 if the most for your bit of cleanser, and then you might sell a LumiSpa.
Yeah. Amazing, brilliant. And so yeah, I mean, essentially my last question would be here, like, if a salon took on our product, how would you say that they should launch it? Should they do it like in a slow way? Should they have like a showcase evening, like a pamper party evening? Like, what would you say would be one of the best ways there?
I think it depends on how full on they're going. Like, if they're taking it on as a full product range, then I think definitely go and do like a launch evening and do a showcase, and they can invite all their clients. They'll have their VIP clients and stuff that can come along and take away. If they're just obviously doing the 2 or 3 things, then it might just be a case of you going into the salon and doing a little bit of training for them, just for their girls, to kind of get them motivated. I think motivation is key. That's what I've found since I've been teaching and training. And if you can keep people motivated, and therapists in particular, they get excited about new products. So if you can go in and tell therapists about new products, they'll sell well. And then the manager and the owners, and the more you can support them, the more they're going to sell more as well. So I think you've just got to work out what they're going to have at the beginning as to how big you go, and just talk to the manager, because you don't want to go in and go, "Right, let's have a massive showcase party," and they're only going to take on the pedicure part to start with. But if they're all going to go full on, say, "Right, let's do a big showcase party," pretty much you're going to earn at least, I don't know, $1,000, £1,000 from your customers that night, because they will. That's what a salon would earn if they had an evening like that. So yeah,
brilliant. And also with this, so let's say a salon owner takes this on, would you then set up a system where you obviously incentivize the whole staff, like every time they sell something, they earn a certain percentage off of every product they sell? Or
yeah, each salon will have their own way of doing it. So I've worked with salons where they just get a 10% of anything that they sell. Some of them work it so if you sell so much, you get like 5%. If you sell more, you get. Most salons will have something like that in place, but if not, that's something obviously that you could suggest, and the salon owner will obviously be able to get their points and redeem that for a great incentive that they can actually incentivize their staff, and it's not going to cost them any money. They can actually use all of that on their staff. So I think it just look into what the salon already does, because most people will have some kind of something set up already. But most salons that I've worked with, most skincare ranges, there's only a 25 to 30% markup. So telling a salon you've got up to 43% markup on products is going to be like heaven. To their ears.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, what you're doing within the business and how much for your time today, and I look forward to hearing more stories from how you're helping lots of people in the industry improve their businesses.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Sure.
Speak to you soon.
All right.